Chestnut's oldest daughter. My father spent most of his life going in and out of courtrooms all across this nation. I had the privilege of going to court with my father on many occasions. On our way home, we talked about judges and their qualifications. My father said judges make important decisions daily that affect the lives of all the people they serve, so it is highly important that they have the right qualifications. That is exactly why I am supporting Judge Tommy Jones for Circuit Court Judge. I am Gerald Chestnut, and my father was J.L. Chestnut, Jr. I ask that you please take this race for Circuit Court Judge seriously. Please go to the polls on Tuesday, March 13th. Vote for and re-elect Judge Tommy Jones.
Committee to elect Tommy Jones, Selma, Alabama.
Selma and Dallas County, the decision is yours in our local election coming up next Tuesday, March 13th. To help you make an informed decision, have partnered with Sunshine Media Group and the Raceway of Selma to bring you the local candidates forum for the Democratic primary in Dallas County.
Kamisha Sunshine Alvarado of Sunshine Media Group and Gene Heisel, owner of Selma Raceway. Good afternoon.
We're having this first primary Democratic debate. Mr. Gene Heisel. Hey, Gene.
Hey, how you doing, Kamisha?
All right.
South, the politics get a little bit different flavors sometimes. Get very, very intense about politics.
Yeah.
I wore my Reeboks. I hope you did too. So if we have to run out of here, we can get out of here pretty quick.
Yeah.
But I'm
ready.
Also like to welcome everybody to this forum. I think it's very important that people realize the platforms that the candidates have. So many times we get it by word of mouth, but from other people. But I think we're going to get it from what do they say? The mouths of the owners today.
The horses will speak today.
There you go. So we really hope that this will be informative to you, and we hope that this will give you a better idea of who you will cast your vote for next week.
Next week, Tuesday is election day, March 13th. They changed it, last year, I think a couple last elections we voted around June. This is the first time we're voting so early. We're still after Super Tuesday, which I really don't get. But, election is next Tuesday, and we're asking the people to come out and support the Democratic ticket. Dallas County, don't worry. We got the right candidate in the House. We have on site as we speak, we have Judge Jones, and Attorney Collins Pettaway did call and say he is on his way. So we'll be getting with them in a few seconds.
That's great. That's great. As we start to get this underway, everybody should get comfortable and get ready for your call-ins. We will have call-ins today, and we would like you to please kind of limit those calls to something that are tasteful. Please don't get out in left field on us, because those are not the things that we want to cover today.
Today we are having a professional debate. It's going to be, hopefully the calls were engaged. Shout out to the Chili Fest that's going on in Selma. Hopefully you guys are listening as you're eating chili. Save me a bowl. And we just want the listeners to be informed, and that's what this is about. And it came to me, this was one of my little babies that I thought of not too long ago, and I thought, it's okay for me to moderate. You guys listen to Sunshine all the time, and on this election, it's really different. We have no Republicans running on a local ticket.
Yes, that's true.
Mm-hmm. And, Gene, we all know that you're a Republican or something of this. You're not a Democrat.
How are you today, Kamisha?
I'm okay.
Okay.
But it was a good gesture to pull us together so we can give a mass appeal to the importance of this county election. Dallas County, we've been doing good, I can say, financially, they're stable. You don't hear too much chaos going on in their meetings.
True.
And we have to be very, we have to be informed when it comes to making decisions on things of this nature. This is not a small election. School board elections and it's coming up. All that's coming up in August, and we're going to get to that at another date. But these are very important elections, and it goes on to the November ticket. And once these people are selected during this process on Tuesday, they automatically are in the seat because they don't have any Republican opposition.
Right. That brings to mind, we're going to have a lot of elections in August. We're going to have the mayoral race. We're going to have city council race. We're going to have the Board of Education, and probably a few more along the way that I don't remember.
All right. Mr. Pettaway has walked in the door. Come on and have a seat and get your headphone. All right. How you doing? Okay. Your headphones are right there. Your mic is attached. You'll be able to hear everything. live, and we're live on air. So,
but it is very odd that there are no Republicans that threw their hat in this time.
That's right.
I think the last Republican that threw their hat into the race was against Kim Ballard, wasn't it?
Mayor Mobile.
What was his name? He moved down to Fairhope.
Brock Wells. Yeah, he calls in. Yeah, right.
Yeah, well, that was the last Republican I think that we have had running heads up against one of our major offices, isn't it? I think most of them have been Democrats along the way.
Well, you've had Republican opposition in the
the
congressional race. Right. But not on this end. But this election is special because there aren't any candidates running in the Republican ticket, and we're asking the people out there. We have Republicans in Selma. We know it's not a major population. I think last year was like 467 votes. So.
Well, now you still have a Republican candidate for the congressional race. Don Chamberlain is in the race.
Don Chamberlain is in the race.
Right. But as far as our locals, we're still all Democratic.
Right. We're talking about within the Dallas County for the Dallas County ticket. Right. And those three races are the races that we're highlighting today. And that's the 4th Judicial Circuit Court Judge and the Dallas County Commission District 3 and Judge of Probate. So those are the targets that we'll be hitting today. And hopefully the people will get a better view on what the candidates stand for, on what they're looking to do, and what they have done or what they want to do. So therefore, Gene, we're going to go ahead and start introducing the candidates. What you think?
Sure. We have with us today Attorney Collins Pettaway, who is a candidate for Circuit 4 judge, and we have Mr. Tommy Jones, Judge Tommy Jones, who holds the office now, and we're going to talk to him today about some things. If a candidate runs against another candidate, there are always differences in the way that one feels the other one should have done something or vice versa. And that's what we want to find out today, is how they look at the job differently. Well,
this is a hard race right here to really debate on. Only because there's not much changes. And Collins, I've heard you say this in different forums, and I know I heard you say it as well, Judge. There's not much you can say about a judge. The people on the other side of you, they're going to be guilty or not. They don't have too much statistics on whether or not it was a successful judgment or not. So it's really based on, I guess, the administration of your court. And those are the questions we're really going to delve into today. So we're going to give each one an opportunity to discuss your platform. We're going to give you 10 minutes. If you don't need it, you don't have to use it all. But if you don't use it, let us know so we can keep on. We get the questions answering. And people, get your phone lines ready. We want you to give us a call at 8. If you have a question, we're asking people to call in live. Be respectful. This is a very important position in our county. We don't want mess accumulated here. So therefore, we just want you to be respectful and ask decent questions of the candidates and be fair amongst the candidates. So with that being said, Judge Jones, since you're the incumbent in this position, please give us your platform.
Well, thank you, Sunshine. And Gene, I appreciate the opportunity to come here and to speak with you and answer questions from the public. That's a real opportunity for me. I was born here in Selma, Dallas County, lived here all my life except for the time that I was away, and went to college and law school. Graduated from Selma High School.
Okay, what year?
1976.
Oh, okay.
76.
All right.
And moved on from there to the University of Alabama, and got an undergraduate degree there, then moved to Birmingham and got my law degree from Cumberland School of Law at Samford University, and then came home in 1984. 1984, I started practicing law here, entered into the private practice, and practiced for about 10 years before this job and opportunity came along in 1994. Served as the municipal court judge from 1989 through 1994. And had a private practice at the same time, of course, as municipal court judge. That's a part-time position, so we are able to practice law and conduct municipal court for the city at the same time, which is not the case as a circuit court judge. You give up your private practice as a circuit court judge. But in 1994, I was elected, served the first 6 years, and I've been reelected the last 2 terms unopposed.
Okay.
So I've been unopposed since 1994, and I have 18 years on the bench. I'm in my 18th year
In this particular seat.
in this seat.
And all together, how many years do you have as an experience as a judge?
Well, 18 plus the 5 or so that I've had on the municipal court bench. So 28 years in the law business, 10 in private practice, 18 on the bench. And I, of course, during the last 18 years, I've enjoyed and have developed a reputation of being fair and impartial. And I think in large part that's why I have had no opposition the last 2 terms. So I rely on that record of fairness and impartiality. That's what I've talked about the last several months, and that's what I'll continue to talk about. As you pointed out, Sunshine, you know, in a judicial race, we can't come in and talk about your roads and bridges and repairing potholes and that type of thing. You know, we're not that's not the position that we're in. We can't make promises to constituents. We can only go out and talk about what we are, who we are, and how we conduct ourselves. And to conduct ourselves in a way that is respectful of the job and respectful of the office, and that's what I have done. I've developed a reputation over the last 18 years as an independent thinker. I don't allow anyone to influence me. People are not allowed to call me on the phone and suggest a way that I should rule on a certain case. I don't allow the pressure of the community or anything that somebody says on a radio station or on the television or anything like that to affect my judgment. I look at each individual case, consider the case, consider the law, and then I make a ruling. And finally, I've developed a reputation of holding people accountable. You know, I brought you this little card here with some information on it, and on the front of that card it says "Tough on Crime." And I've developed a reputation of holding people accountable. I don't apologize for that. I'll continue to try to hold people accountable and make them pay the price that is that is commensurate with whatever the crime is that they've committed. So
right.
That's all I can promise, and that's what I'll continue to do. Be fair, impartial, be an independent thinker, and hold people accountable.
All right.
Thank you. I appreciate that. That kind of helps me to understand
Okay.
what he does.
Now, Attorney Pettaway,
Yeah.
your opportunity to discuss your platform to the listening audience out there.
Well, thank you, and of course, thank you all for accommodating me. Again, my name is Collins Pettaway Jr., and I'm you all's candidate for circuit judge. And we have a slogan that says "All the way with Pettaway," and that's where we want you to be. Go all the way. And of course, I'm running for this position, and qualifications based on the experiences I've had. We stand for equality, and also we're going to have strong stability we'll bring with that. Who I am is I'm a product of the rural black belt. That's where I'm from. I'm from here. I was born at Good Samaritan Hospital. Lived here in Selma, Dallas County area, out in an area they call Everdale off River Road. That's where I was brought up at for the most part. Graduate of Dallas County High School. Proud of that. Played sports, football, basketball, baseball, did a little track. Still hold a lot of local records here in football. I've done that, even during the course of that, set one state record that, of course, was long broken in a sense, but proud of that. Went to college on a full football scholarship, played at Alabama A&M University, played football for 4 years, baseball 1 year, developed a lot of good relationships with people. I graduated salutatorian from Dallas County High, and so I realized that, well, maybe I could do better. So when I went to school, I applied myself, and I made all A's all the way through college. I was the top student, and I was an athlete.
All right.
So I was a model student for that, and of course went to law school, went to Washington, D.C., the National Law Center, George Washington University, which is right around from the White House, studied there, and of course met a lot of people, a lot of congressional folks, all people in Washington, and developed those contacts, and but decided to come back home. You know, I started out in D.C. with the